everybody. Today I'm making Laos fried noodles, Kua Mee, and it starts out with some oil, about a tablespoon's worth, and a couple of tablespoons of sugar. You want to caramelize the sugar. It's the most important part. It makes it nice and golden brown and delicious. So it depends on how much noodles you have and how big your batch is. So about 3 tablespoons, because you don't want it overly sweet. But you can, because you know at the end of the day is what you're gonna eat. So recipes are just suggestion, right? So you could add as much as you want, little as you want, but and you also don't have to caramelize the sugar. But I feel like it gives it more depth when you caramelize. So if you could, you should. And also you gotta keep an eye on it because you don't want it over caramelized. Then otherwise it'll be burnt. You don't want that burnt aftertaste. So we'll get that going for a little bit. It'll take a minute or two for it to caramelize. I'm gonna turn up the heat a little bit to 325, 330. So once that caramelizes, we're gonna add garlic, shallot, little salt, pepper, chicken powder. I like to add paprika just because I like that deep, bold flavor and color. Because people eat with their eyes first, right? So, and then there's dark soy. It'll say premium dark soy. Some other one will say sweet dark soy or sweet soy. It's the same. And then a little bit of soy sauce or golden mountain seasoning. This is what I grew up in and also known as soy sauce. So we use that for pretty much everything. A little bit of fish sauce. And if you don't have fish sauce, you don't have to put fish sauce. Just put a little more extra salt. So it should be a little bit salty, sweet, savory. And then once you're done with that, this is all the garnishment. Like pad thai, they put everything all in one. It's more like a stir fry. Ours is more like a fried noodles with vegetables or the garnish, because we want everything to have its own taste. So for garnish, I have peanuts, eggs. It's an egg omelette. You slice it. Green onion, cilantro, Mexican onion, bean sprout, lettuce to wrap it if you want. Oh, and you also have to add a little bit of water once your pan is caramelized, your sugar is caramelized. So it'll take a few minutes. I'm going to turn up the heat a little bit to get it going. So but make sure you don't walk away from your pans once you get the sugar and the oil going, because when it starts getting going, it goes pretty quickly. It caramelizes quickly within about 3-4 minutes. And then you'll add your garlic, but you don't want it to cook your garlic because you don't want it burned. You just want a little bit golden brown because it'll still continue cooking, because once you know everything's hot, it's still cook. So but see how it's starting to get lightly brown. I like it a little bit more deeper brown. I know a lot of people have a hard time of doing this part because they're like, oh, mine always gets burned or it doesn't caramelize. It's also the equipment. Sometimes the chemical reaction, I mean, this is my only opinion, but I like to use wood instead of metal spatula or other kind of things, because I think it's the chemical reaction is much better and I could count on it. So, but see, there you go. In the beginning, the sugar will absorb all the oil, but then once it starts caramelizing, the oil will come back out. See, it's starting to be lightly brown. So I'm just gonna give it another minute, but not that much longer, because I don't want it too brown where it tastes bitter. So it's kind of like you want it like a brown sugar, but not a dark brown sugar. So here it is, lightly golden brown. And this is pretty much the color I want. So I'm gonna add garlic, a couple of cloves. I mean, you could add more or less. If you like lots of garlic, put lots of garlic. It's your recipe. It just, you know, when you get a recipe from people, it's just the base, it's the guideline. And then you could always add more or less. So you see, oh, it smells so good. Anything with garlic. Once you put garlic in, oh, it smells so amazing, the whole house. And then the caramelized sugar, because you got garlic, something cold, it'll harden. But that's where the water comes in. The water will come dissolve it. So I'm gonna cook that for a few more minutes. And then I'm gonna add shallot. If you don't have shallot, you don't have to put it in. If you don't have garlic, you don't have to put it in. You could add a little bit garlic powder, but fresh garlic smells amazing. And it tastes so good, so you should really do garlic. So see how everything caramelized and add in? So you want to take it away from the stove, because you're gonna add water now. And you know, you don't want to do something hot where you put water and oil where it'll splatter you. And make sure you put it away from you. So, and then that will cook. But everything's nice and golden brown right now. I wish you all could smell it. It smells so good. So once the water goes in, I'm gonna add a little salt. I feel like I put a lot of salt on everything, just a little bit. It just gives it that a little bit more deeper flavor. You know, same thing with fish sauce, right? You can't just add fish sauce. You add a little salt too. So about a teaspoon or so. Because you could always add more, but it's hard to take out once it's been in there. A little bit of Golden Mountain seasoning. Couple splash. And about a tablespoon of dark soy. It's sweet soy, so this will also make it sweet and dark. It gives that pretty nice, deep, rich flavor. And just a little bit of paprika. If you don't have these ingredients, it's not gonna taste horrible or bad. Just, you know, just tastes a little, not with everything ingredients. But it's not mandatory, you have to put paprika. Because traditionally we don't. You just caramelize your sugar, add fish sauce, salt, and a little soy, and there you go. You don't even have to add dark soy sauce. But I don't want you to make it too dark that it's bitter, then you're gonna come and say, oh, her recipe is horrible, it's not good. But trust me, it's a good recipe. So I want to taste it, so it's all boiling and dissolving. So right now it's a little salty, not too salty, because you're gonna put noodles and the noodle will absorb that. And it's a little sweet. And then, you know, at the garnish, if you want a little tart or sour, you could add lime at the end or on your side, on the side. So everything got melted and it's all together now. So I'm gonna add my noodles. This is the pho noodles. It's a bigger noodles. Sometimes you get it at the Asian market. It'll say pad thai noodles. So you could use this size. It comes in a smaller size too. So this is the pad thai noodles. But I also like the skinny noodles, the smaller noodle they call it. And that's the Kua Mee noodle, the Laos fried noodles. But I like the flavor of the bigger noodles. So you put that in. The water and everything will help soften it. Put a little bit at a time. And it's so much cheaper. You know, a package of pho noodles, fresh pho noodle at the grocery store is like $1.49, $1.29, sometimes 99 cents. And you get at least 6 helpings of the noodle, fried noodle when it's done, with all your garnishes and stuff. And versus going out, when you go and order pad thai, you know, you get 1 or 2 helpings, and it costs you $8, $9. And it just, you know, once you have the ingredients at home, it's so easy. See how the noodle is nice and golden brown? And then they'll start getting soft. So the whole thing, if you have all the ingredients and you're not recording yourself, it takes about 5 to 10 minutes to get everything done. So you could have and you could also add pork bellies, chicken, pork, steak, seafood. Back in the day when grandma doesn't have oil, she would render the pork belly like bacon fat, right? To us, we call it pork belly. American call it bacon because it's cured. But to us, we call it pork belly, and then we render the fat, and then we use the fat as the oil, and then you add the sugar and garlic and stuff and caramelize. See? Look how nice and caramelized it's getting. So I'm gonna let that cook and also absorb all the sauce, because that's the best part. I wish you all could smell this. It's between the garlic, caramelized sugar, the garlic and the shallot, and all the seasoning. It smells so good. Look at that. And look how much money you save by making it at home yourself. See? The sauce is almost gone. The noodles absorbing all of it. And if your noodle are harder, not as soft as you like, I like my al dente, a little chewy. Not chewy, but you know, where it's hard, but a little chewy. But if it's too hard, you could add more water. This is just one package, $1.29 of noodles. If you make 2 packets of this and put it in an aluminum foil tray and add all your garnishes, you could charge $25 as a caterer. So, look at that. It smells amazing, and I could tell it's delicious because I tasted the sauce. People often ask like, where's my favorite Thai restaurant or Laos restaurant? I honestly don't have one because I usually cook this kind of food at home. So I often don't go out. But I'm sure there's a lot of Thai and Laos restaurants out there that's really good. Like Tuk Tuk is one of our favorites, where we take friends when we don't have time to cook, or we're meeting up with friends in Salt Lake. So there, it's done. So look how nice and golden brown it is. So help you platter it up. I'm just gonna do half of it on the platter here. Look at that. Look how much I still have left. It makes so much. It's so good as a wrap with sweet and sour dipping sauce. So I'm gonna add some crushed peanuts, some green onion, another white onion, cilantro, some bean sprout, some sliced egg. Look at that. And look how easy and fast it is. It's 5 to 10 minutes and you got a delicious meal. You can make it a whole meal or just as an appetizer. So you guys should try it. Look. so good. It's sweet, salty, tangy, lots of herb, fresh ingredient. It's delicious. So see you on the next video. Thank you.